Syngenta Crop Protection Canada and C&M Seeds present the Wheat School on realagriculture.com. We're joined today on realagriculture.com by Tracey Baute. She is with OMAFRA and is also the writer on BauteBugblog.com. Welcome today, Tracey.
And thank you for having me.
Tracey, I was picking up off of Twitter, your feed, that there is some issues with cereal leaf beetle in Ontario. What is the damage?
Yes, cereal leaf beetle, the larva and the adults both can feed on the leaf tissue and kind of leave scratches in the leaves. And if they continue to feed and hit the flag leaf, there can be some yield impact. So we're seeing some isolated fields in Huron County and Bruce in spring cereals, and then in Bruce and Simcoe counties in winter fields that have threshold levels.
And I guess for some of the wheat growers that aren't aware of cereal leaf beetle, how do you find cereal leaf beetle?
It's actually somewhat easy. One issue is that you're going to see some of the scratching that runs parallel with the veins of the leaf. And so the leaf, and if it's really heavy, the crop itself starts to turn silver in color. But if you happen to also be wearing light-colored pants, these larvae in particular put their feces around their body to keep them moist. And so that fecal material rubs off on your pants, and you walk out of the field with all these streaks on your pants to tell you that the larvae are present.
And what kind of yield damage and yield loss can some growers face from it?
Well, it depends on how stressed the crop is, but you really do want to protect the flag leaf. And in some cases, even with this winter wheat situation, in the early stages of the wheat heading, you also want to protect it. So you've got to really try and keep some of the damage off of that flag leaf that gives the head the most of its yield. So looking for the damage early is important, and also you've got to make sure that the larva or the adult are still present in the field before you spray, because otherwise it's just revenge.
Just your regular application of insecticide to control it?
Yes, their malafine is registered for cereal leaf beetle, but if they're also seeing other armyworm larvae in the field, then they could use some of the armyworm products that also work on cereal leaf beetle. The key thing is you've got to look at days to harvest intervals. Some of these products have as long as a 28-day harvest interval, so especially in that winter wheat crop, you've got to be at least 4 to 5 weeks before harvest if you're even going to be able to do anything at all.
So is this one of the higher levels of population of the cereal leaf beetle you've seen in a while?
We tend to get outbreaks about every 3 years or so. I would say it's surprisingly more widespread than we usually see. The typical hot spots didn't happen this year, and these are new sightings that I'm hearing about. But it's a good insect year in general.
Yeah.
So
was the cool spring good for the
yes,
cereal? It
cool
helped.
springs really help promote cereal leaf beetle because their parasites and their predators don't tend to build up in numbers like the cereal leaf beetle can. So that's been our main problem.
Okay, Tracey, thanks a lot, and we'll talk to you again soon.
You're very welcome. Thank you.